What's that?
Welcome to a brand new episode of the Real Life Podcast, a member of the Nation Network of Podcasts and delivered by DoorDash.
Welcome to Real Life, everyone. What is going on right now? I think that I'm in love with Matthew Kachuk. Are you guys all drunk?
So we're not wearing headphones today on the episode because we're all, the four of us, myself, Jay, Wanye, and Baggedmilk, are in the same room.
It's no longer a 5-man podcast.
Yeah.
Is
it's
it
a
not?
4.00001 man podcast.
R.I.P. Chris Chalmers.
Oh.
So we don't need to wear headphones because we're all in the same room. It's like pointless to have headphones on.
Is it though?
But it feels more official.
I feel cool when I'm wearing headphones. I feel like I'm doing something.
Just sounds better.
You always get to wear headphones. You don't get it, you're Amtrak. You're probably born wearing headphones.
I
Some of us feel cool for an hour twice a week.
Built-in headphones. Designed for radio.
I wear headphones like 24/7, so any excuse I have to not wear headphones, I take them off.
Well, that's what you get for being a Norwegian house DJ. I was at IKEA this weekend. Let's get right into it. There is like this weird new thing they have there that's like video audio. So it's like a frame with an LED and it dances to the music. And IKEA built it with Swedish House Mafia.
Well, that's cool,
Well,
as they should.
High level collabo
Yeah.
in Malmo.
I thought Swedish House Mafia broke up.
They got back together because of money.
Of course. They had that great song, the send-off song.
Great, yeah.
It was so
yeah.
good. So good. And it's still so good.
They
even
coulda
though they're
left
back
it.
together.
But they got back together.
Yeah. It's okay.
Because they'll get like a $2 million offer to go to do a festival, right? For like a 2-hour set, $2 million. What the fuck? How do you say no to that? Where all you have to do is twist knobs that do nothing and put your hands in the air. Fuck.
I was listening to Spit and Chicklets' interview with Nathan McKinnon, and they were talking about like who balls out the biggest for their Stanley Cup party.
Oh, yeah.
And it was Eric Johnson. And he was trying to get Kygo to perform at a Stanley Cup party. And he wanted $1.5 million for 2 hours.
Good
or something
God.
like that. $1.5 million.
Eric Johnson's like, yeah, I can't spend
Just
25%
like, that's
of my
5
weight.
seasons of Eric Johnson hockey at this rate.
Yeah. Well, no, he's still making good. He's making good smoke.
Oh, is he still?
He's still $6 million a year.
Oh, is he?
So
okay.
Eric Johnson,
he's
why
got the
wouldn't
Kygo
you
money.
pay? Why?
It's when like Mariah Carey goes to like a Middle Eastern dictatorship for like $8 million to sing on a stage made of platinum.
Imagine we don't know like the amount of like there's
Royal family shit in the Qatarian region.
Yeah.
They get whoever's hot.
Has anyone seen that Nick Cage movie where he plays Nick Cage?
No, I want to though because you said it's good.
Yeah, it's like a similar situation. Like a rich guy wants to hang out with Nick Cage,
Really?
and whatever. But like Nick says yes to it. You'll find out why he says yes, and then hilarity ensues.
There's a kid, like the richest kid in Dubai, and he has like this crazy shoe collection where all his shoes are in like vacuum sealed containers and shit. And he has a zoo at his house, and he just invites over like, oh, hey, here's Floyd Mayweather, and he's at my zoo, and I'm 12 and I have braces and I'm shaking hands with Floyd.
He's that
Mayweather.
young?
Yeah, man.
Oh,
when he
geez.
started. Now I think he's more like 17, 18.
Oh man.
But his photos are like, hey, here's Paris Hilton, my best friend, and she came over and she sat there and looked at my Shark Tank. And you're like, how much money is this kid? He's supposedly the
Yeah,
richest
he's
kid in
paying for
Dubai. Of course.
Is
He's
his
like,
dad
who's
the
in
sheikh?
town? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
And or
Sounds
one of the
like money.
high level royals. But he's the most famous kid, and his dad was just like, do whatever you want. So he's like flexing with like wads of cash in front of Lamborghinis and shit. And I was like, Floyd Mayweather doesn't come to your zoo at your house for less than what, $500,000 probably?
The money team.
How much do you think it costs to get Floyd Mayweather to go to your zoo?
Oh my lord.
Oh my lord.
He's already in Dubai, pretend.
Oh, so he's already in Dubai.
You're going to tack it onto his schedule so that one afternoon for 4 hours you hang out with Floyd at
Ooh,
your zoo.
4 hours.
$4 million out.
$1 million an hour?
Or I guess he's not
Wow,
performing.
geez.
So no, a cool $1
Floyd, do you
million.
hear this?
$250K
Your
an
Amtrak
hour.
should be your agent.
Herbie.
Can you imagine that?
Maybe 4 million dirhams.
I don't know the conversion.
Well, that's like 5 to 1, or was when we were there. Now it's to Canadian. There you go.
All right.
I want to have like it's also the Hamptons bar mitzvahs where the money comes out. Because they're like, what's that, son? You want Usher to perform at your bar mitzvah? Fuck. All right. And they do, man. They do. I can't remember who I was watching. There was a rapper that talking. He's like pretty big. And they're like, how did you ever meet this other pretty big musician? And he was like, oh, I met him at a bar mitzvah because we were both performing on Long Island. And the host is like, you were both performing at a bar mitzvah? And he was like, the bar mitzvah scene is crazy. The money is crazy. Oh, wow. And like, if you have
You
one,
got to go do like 3 songs.
that's it. And you go in like the middle of the dance floor and you have like Drake's done bar mitzvahs for people.
Oh, for sure. He's half Jewish.
Yeah, but like,
he should be the go-to. Like,
but imagine how
crushing the bar mitzvah
you're
scene.
that rich that you go to you like Drake to your bar mitzvah. That's
Aubrey.
I
empowering.
wonder if
He's Aubrey in the bar mitzvah
Yes, of
scene.
course. Shalom.
I wonder how much of that too is like doing like solid favors for people too.
No
right? Like,
money.
Well, no, I'm thinking like an executive somewhere is like, hey, it's my kid's bar mitzvah. Like, you come
well,
perform here, I'll
like,
give you $50,000. Oh, and also like I have like 4 companies. Like, we're gonna give you some ad deals.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah. Suddenly,
It's all connected.
Suddenly,
for
you're
sure.
the largest owner of an iron ore mine in Kazakhstan. Hey,
You're indirectly spending the coin needed.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You were mentioning Qatar or Qatar,
oh,
Dubai.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what.
did I say it wrong?
We say Qatar, and I believe it's like more Qatar.
Is
like,
it?
Yeah.
I've just been starting to follow
Qatar.
up on it because I'm going to get fully into the World Cup from
Right.
Canada.
Oh, who are you going to cheer for?
Canada.
Oh, okay.
Yes, they made it. I don't know if you're aware.
imagine they won the World Cup. Like,
Wow.
imagine they went Cameroon in 1994 and went to the finals.
What a pull by you. You slowly like
Cameroon in like the early days of FIFA was like
Unbelievable.
the dominant
Yes.
team. Like you chose Cameroon.
They were,
the trajectory of Wanye going from like fuck anything that's not the Oilers to slowly being like, have you guys heard about the latest soccer phenom? This is just
He is awesome. I've been reading into that guy, Erling Haaland.
Yeah.
He's Norwegian.
And he's just he's just gone Nova. Like,
Oh,
it wasn't
God.
happening before.
I know it's like, I'm sorry, I'm going to say it. Like, I know Waz is out there. I know, like, everyone who's a Man City fan just does it because, like, that's the popular
Sure,
team.
the
That is
Yankees.
my belief.
Yeah.
But Haaland is making me want to be a Man City
Yeah.
fan because I believe in the player.
It wasn't expected. That's what's neat. Is
Yeah.
it wasn't. It's like almost like our boy Reed Schaefer, right?
Oh
in
my
that
God.
you talk to
He might be
Liam
WHL
3
player
years
here.
ago. He wasn't doing anything. He was just a good kid.
Yeah.
And then he just went supernova, then came to camp this year, went back down, and the trajectory is just like,
Have you heard about that kid on the Canadians, Arbor Xhekaj?
who, Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, you know I know Wi-Fi.
He was working at Costco last year.
What?
Like, not this
that's
past
a good
summer. I think the
story.
summer before that. He was like, well, junior career is not going that well. Better get a
Damn,
job.
Wi-Fi.
And he started working at Costco over
Oh,
the
they
summer.
offer benefits.
Did you hear about Cassian? Did you see like the quote about him fighting Cassian? How he looked at Cassian and basically was just like, "It's time to die."
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
And now
Cassian
and
obliged.
then like he didn't get drafted, didn't have a contract, basically came to camp like as an unsigned rookie and just like won his spot
Fan
on the
favorite.
Canadians.
Love it,
And Montreal, like they get behind players
Oh, yeah.
like that. So
especially with a snazzy name like Wi-Fi.
Oh, I know.
It's one of the best nicknames in years.
there's already Wi-Fi jerseys like with his number
Yeah.
with Wi-Fi. Like what's his number? That doesn't
76.
matter.
They should
Yeah, I
make
was gonna
it.
say, I thought it was, but I'm like that's PK.
See, I know everything. Well, they didn't retire it, and the Wi-Fi is strong.
The Wi-Fi is strong, very strong.
It'd be a great bit in Montreal if to sign into like the public Bell Center Wi-Fi. Like his last name was the password.
Well,
Oh, that would be
great.
Speaking of larger world of sport knowledge, did you see how much money Charles Barkley's getting to be at TNT?
Because he had Liv.
Yeah,
TNT had Liv breathing down their neck.
What? They wanted him to go do golf?
Yeah,
was going to, yeah.
Liv offered him like I think Liv offered him like $8 million a year.
yeah. And if he did, everything else was off
Off
the
the
table.
table.
But he used it as a leverage tactic.
Smart.
Charles is smart. Prince
This
Charles.
is where having like a new entrant into the market is ultimately good for like all boats.
Well, now all of a sudden the PGA's got a shit ton of money to like up
Yeah,
the purses
and
and,
there's-
do this.
yeah.
Like what the hell? Like why don't they? And whatever. Like there's the whole political thing of Live, but we'll just talk about kind of like the product of Live. Like the PGA Tour with the Waste Management Open has something special there, and they just contain it there. And I know deep down they hate it.
Oh yeah,
But,
it's
like,
the opposite of what they want.
You
Like
gotta-
John Daly.
You gotta lean you gotta lean into that a bit.
Young people don't give a shit about golf, man. They don't.
Well, they will if it's fun.
Exactly, but they need like John Daly too to have a Hooters deal and fun shit to happen.
Like follow Zaire Golf and stuff. It's all about like the fun party lifestyle of golf.
Let
And,
them
like,
wear shorts for the love of Jesus.
Oh my God.
No,
Okay.
those calves would make everyone way too horny. You can't do it.
Well, there is that.
How do
I
you
remember,
a big calf?
buddy. I saw
Kidding,
Laura.
it's a joke.
My
I saw-
God, I am so chalm out on that.
Laura Daly at the Dumouriez Open in 1996. Was it Laura Daly? No, what was
Laura Davies, she won. it.
Davies.
Yeah.
I remember walking around being like, her calves are bigger than my head.
She had thick,
Big old
she could hit
calves.
over 300 yards.
She
man.
could smash it with those calves.
I was 15.
But I know that because of the pants being gone, I could see shorts.
I was young at that tournament, and I was so I had such a crush on Annika Sorenstam.
Because of the
I got her
calves.
autograph like 3 times. Yeah, it's just big calf. Just
What's
eating
up?
on calves. Speaking of
She
John
stepped
Daly,
back,
though,
eh? She stepped
back a while ago. Speaking of John Daly, can we buy into this movie where
Yes.
Jonah Hill plays John Daly?
Is this real?
You're just hearing
He's
about this?
directing it. Jonah Hill's directing it.
and playing
And
John Daly.
playing,
And playing
Oh,
John
I think
Daly.
it's amazing.
I think the film's going to be amazing,
Yeah.
but I'm asking myself, can I buy Jonah Hill being John Daly?
Yes.
I feel like there's a better person. I don't know who, but
Yeah.
I don't have a
Because
solution.
But
I'm just
could
gonna
they
bitch
write
about
it
the-
and direct it too, right? If he
Well, yeah,
decides
he's the
John
triple
Daly's
threat.
story is so amazing, he wants to bring it to
Oh,
life.
it is.
I also think that because this is a story where you know who John Daly is. So having it be an actor that you also know really well isn't a
Instead
big
of like
deal.
an anonymous guy who really looks like John Daly.
Yeah, versus if it was
Hey,
like
I was a huge Francois Pinard fan, and when Matt Damon played him in Invictus, I bought in. I was fine with it.
yeah. So same thing. Versus if this was like a story you knew nothing about, like a random sports story about the '94 Cameroon team or something like that.
They were
It was a
amazing
bunch
right until the
and it was a
finals.
bunch of well-known actors. I feel like you would just associate the actors with it too much because you don't like this being a scenario where you know Jonah Hill is an actor so well, you know John Daly so well. I think it works.
I was a huge fan of Scully, the United pilot that landed that plane in the Hudson River prior to the movie.
Yeah.
Like before he saved that plane, I already knew who he
Big
was.
Scully fan.
I was following him.
You
know.
were flying U.S. Airways exclusively.
Exactly, yeah.
You know how
Where's
people-
Scully flying? Hey, the Atlanta Red Eye? I'll be there, I used to say.
You're like sitting there on your computer. You're like, he landed in time. I knew he'd
Yeah,
get from
I'll get it.
Atlanta to
Oh,
Chicago.
Scully. And then when you should have seen me the day he landed the boat. I won't say I knew it was going to happen, but I knew it was going to happen. Anyways, when Tom Hanks played him, I was crestfallen.
How about, well, speaking of Tom Hanks, I just watched Elvis.
And?
Have you seen Elvis?
No.
He plays Colonel
Yeah,
Tom
yeah.
Parker.
Wasn't he a fat guy, though, in real life? Tom Parker?
Oh, yeah.
Was he fat in the movie?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because he's really skinny now, Tom Hanks.
It's, well, I learned a lot. I knew Colonel Tom Parker screwed up Elvis's career.
By not allowing him to tour
But,
internationally?
yeah, I knew, but
Yeah,
like,
that's fuckery.
Because I think the movie
scared of
was,
flying,
the movie
so
was from
Elvis
like,
couldn't fly.
it was like from his perspective.
From the Colonels?
Yeah. So,
Oh.
anyways, Tom Hanks initially, I'm like, I'm not going to buy this, and then I bought into it. So maybe I say this about Jonah Hill. So I go through the same process.
Yeah.
So right now I'm like, I don't see it. I'm gonna watch the movie, be like, he's John Daly.
He's going to have a mullet. He's going to have a dart going.
He's gonna have to definitely learn to love the cigarettes.
Where did he go when he came
he
to
can't fake
Edmonton
it.
and he was doing his demos and he was hitting balls out of a sleeve of balls?
Yeah.
He would hit a sleeve
This
of
is the
balls in a
Glendale,
tee.
I believe.
Yeah. And he'd hit the back ball and the front ball would still go like 250 yards and shit.
And hitting balls through phone books and
Crazy shit. Running
he is
darts.
such a talent. that
Eating
guy.
chocolate muffins and running darts. That was what he was doing. Someone told me. I remember who went to it.
Yeah.
Damn.
I hope they bring that in when John Daly came to Edmonton. I hope
chocolate
that's
muffins?
like an hour of the movie.
Oh yeah.
When he came here,
that was
it's just mostly about getting to Edmonton, playing
Yeah.
at the Glendale, being in Edmonton
It's
and
like him
leaving.
having lunch at the Glendale.
Yeah.
It's like a 20-minute
You're
portion
like,
of the movie.
are you having a good time? He's like, not really. The end. Like, wow, what a great movie. Why'd they focus so much on
just
that part?
just the one snippet of his career, but it was
They
it
do
was a
the
story that needed to be
whole
told.
ride from like the airport.
Yeah.
yeah.
Paid for by Travel Edmonton. Come to Edmonton, John Daly did.
Episode 422 of the Real Life Podcast, brought to you by DoorDash and Noodle. Promo code GameDay25 gets you 25% off and no delivery fees on your first order of $15 or more when you download the DoorDash app. Ding dong.
Ding dong.
And why not use it with a little oodle noodle? It's a game day. You can tell it's a game day because we're jamming this podcast into 300 other pieces of content. Baggedmilk has not said a word in the first 1345. He's just been feverishly typing up
Posting the
content the whole time.
GDB, perhaps?
Are you trying to transcribe the show live?
I did the GDB. I handled 2 contracts. I scheduled some social posts, and now I'm back on the podcast. Ready?
We are in season, folks.
Yeah. It is proper mayhem here.
I saw on the YouTube chat during ON Every Day that someone says I looked wore out.
Wow.
Might be the lighting.
And you want to be on video. My goodness.
I want to update
He's
this.
not wrong.
This was a big part of last podcast, was me figuring out if I can make it to Calgary with you guys. So
Yeah, where are we at?
on the drive home from the office that day, I called my girlfriend and said, hey, let's go get some appetizers. Let's go
Uh-oh.
out for
That's
dinner.
called buttering up.
Yeah. So we get to the place we're going, sit down. And I was like, so Jay really wants me to go to Calgary. And she just,
You know
immediately
what? I will jump on that grenade.
and she goes, so that's why you wanted to go out to eat tonight?
Yes.
And I was like, yeah.
That's why you have Oodle Noodle gift cards. You
So-
take me to Oodle Noodle for this.
Then you pulled out bags of food she'd made yesterday and ate it at the restaurant. Like, I already asked you.
So hurdle number 1 was her getting the Friday afternoon off work. Yeah. Cleared it. Hurdle number 2 is me selling the Arkells tickets I have for Edmonton for enough money where I can buy tickets in Calgary. That is not going well. I post about them, and
You use the podcast right now. If
Well,
anybody would like to be Yaremchuk's friend,
tickets dropped for the one in Calgary. So initially I thought I needed $350. I only need $250 now to get tickets in Calgary.
Oh, so now you can drop your Edmonton
I
tickets.
did. I tweeted about it.
Oh, well,
So
that's
I'm-
a deal now.
So the problem though is I post about them on Instagram and on Twitter, and then I get DMs, but it's just real life listeners being like, "LOL, this is so funny."
oh my God.
I love it.
Isn't that because the Arkells guy is going to jail for 4 years or something?
That's the Headley guy. That is the Headley guy.
Whoa.
But from a personal perspective,
We love the Arkells.
I slapped Baggedmilk. I slapped Baggedmilk on the arm, getting ready to say that.
Shit.
I went, watch this.
Fuck.
We don't have to include that.
No, you can't.
But that was funny.
it's the Headley.
The Headley.
guy.
Yeah, I know. I was just trying to
Headley.
torpedo your ticket sale efforts. If you want to go see that guy,
So the other part of this, though, is on Blue Jays Nation Radio, we quite often have Nick Dyka, who's the bass player for Arkells and also a part-time Blue Jays blogger. Because of course he is.
what?
So
Why not?
me and him have gotten to know each other like somewhat well. We follow each other on all our social media platforms.
Are you trying to sell him your tickets
No.
to his
He's already
concert?
going to the concert. He's
No.
in the band.
But now I keep sitting there being like, oh my God, he's seeing my Instagram story of me trying to offload
Terrible
tickets.
tickets.
Yeah, for a
I'm like
different concert though. You want to see him in a different
But
location,
I'm not
in
including
a
that in the
shittier building.
post, and
You
I
got to
feel
make it an
bad.
event. You got to be like, I will take you out for an appetizer, and I will give you my tickets, and it's $1,000 a seat.
I just feel bad because now I'm like, okay, he's watching my stories.
Yeah.
And if I don't now sell
Does he
these
listen to the
tickets-
podcast?
No, he doesn't listen to real.
Oh,
Are you
damn
sure?
it.
I'm 99%.
Put it on
Sure, if I
BJN.
put- If I put the mic to my ear, I can hear him.
But now I'm worried that he's seeing my stories being like, yeah, fucking piece of shit, you're Chuck trying to get rid of these tickets. So now if I go to the show in Edmonton, I don't want to like text him for and be like, hey man, have a great show tonight. Because he'll be like, yeah, you're what, reluctantly going because you couldn't swing your tickets for a profit, you piece of shit.
Be like, oh, it wasn't for a profit. I couldn't get any offers whatsoever. That's how you
Anyways, I'm
endear
dropping
yourself.
it to $250. If anyone wants floor seats to Arkells, $250.
Floor seats.
I know.
He balls. And this is so you can come to Calgary with
And
us
shoot content.
because and it's a few things. We got a few things. We got to let people know. If you are listening to this podcast and you live in Calgary, we are coming down on Saturday. Your Chuck's going to be there because it's going to be a miracle and he's going to pull it off. And we're going to come down. We're going to do a Owen Everyday versus Barn Burner pregame show. Then we're going to drop a place and a time because we're going to have about 20 tickets given to us by ATB Financial to take a bunch of Oilers Nation fans to the game.
Yes.
Sound good? Mm-hmm. And your Chuck will buy everyone who comes with us an appetizer.
He'll bring them from home.
Yeah.
Make
He'll
it
have
himself.
one pocket filled with meatballs and the other filled with sauce. And if you put both your hands together in a cupping motion, you can have a serving of your Chuck balls.
It's a car casserole.
Delicious.
I'd have to be eating while I drive to Calgary next Friday. But anyways, I'm really hoping to make this work because now I'm excited about going to the BOA, but I just got to sell these tickets. So yeah, that's where we're at on the ticket hunt 2022. Hashtag ticket watch.
Hashtag ticket watch. And real life listeners, keep sending those DMs.
Yep.
Honestly, like it's just people who respond and are like the laughing face.
Did you, so there's this, I don't know what this guy is, if he's a streamer or what, but he's got a large following. He's got 5 million followers on Instagram. And he was doing like, I think it was like a Twitch thing or something. He was doing this like live thing where he's calling his boy, Steam, calling his boy Alfonso Davies, but then blasts his phone number because Alfonso didn't have his camera on and he didn't have his number saved. So showed his full number to like 95,000 people
And then went, oh no.
for like 5
Yeah,
minutes.
did not play it off well.
So, Alfonso
So anyways,
Davies'
I'm
phone
text
number.
buddies with Alfonso
Yeah.
Davies.
Did you text him?
Yeah, he's not responding,
I
but
was saying,
I'm just
you
waiting.
know what picks every 15 minutes ever since.
Whoa.
Well, if you know a better way to say hi to Alfonso, Alfonso Davies, I'd love to hear it. Why can't they sell his jerseys anymore? You notice this whole?
No, they can.
I don't
He's
mind that.
He's saying not to. He's saying don't buy my jersey because Soccer Canada won't give him royalties.
It's the whole. It's like an NCAA
Soccer
thing.
Canada
Man.
sucks.
But like, if I buy myself a Olympic Team Canada jersey of say Connor McDavid, would he get money?
I don't know the economics, but I
don't
feel
think he would.
I feel like the player should. This is a nil thing through and through.
I feel like he should, but I just feel like if you have all these, like, this is a moment where Canada can like improve its soccer program for a generation.
Yeah.
If kids can't wear a Davies Canada jersey,
But he's not doing it. I think he's not doing it for himself. He's doing it for his teammates that aren't making that Bayern Munich money.
sure.
Right.
Sure.
So like that's the whole reason.
I'm sure Soccer Canada sucks. Don't get me wrong. I just think that like
It's
if you
just-
can't get Davies jerseys, that's bad news.
I know. So it should force their hand, like because you don't have to pay the player a ton, but it's just some kind of tribute, 10%, 15%.
And he's like, there, now I fixed it, and 99% of the money goes to Alfonso Davies.
The beauty, like the hilarious thing about a soccer jersey is they're about $5.
Yeah.
They sell them for $100.
Oh, yeah.
So you cut Alfonso and all the other awesome players on our team that are going to be in Qatar.
Get an Erling jersey. Do it.
Oh,
Do it. They're good looking.
Did Norway
Bright blue.
Did Norway qualify?
For the World? Oh, I just meant get a Man City jersey.
Yeah, I know. I feel like
I don't think he's going to be at the World Cup.
He's a Nordic god.
I don't think Norway qualified.
Yeah, I don't think they did.
You have to make
they're
a
not
new
a big
World Cup with Norway.
Was.
The President's Cup of.
The Lilyhammer Cup.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I believe in kind of what he's trying to do. I don't think it's out of greed.
Nope.
Norway did not qualify. Confirmed.
Okay.
Well, look at you participating in the podcast.
Sergey Brin gave me the answer.
He's full of answers. Anywho.
Well,
that's
seems like no better time than literally right now to pause for an ad.
yeah. We'll reset.
All right. Do we want to talk hockey?
I won't tell you that was an exciting game because it wasn't.
I've blocked it from my memory.
It was atrocious.
There was one breakaway, I think, the one Campbell stopped, and other than that, there was not a single.
What's going on with our boy Brett Kulak's skates?
There is one of two things. Either his personal sharpener needs to be fired or the team sharpener needs to be put under evaluation.
Or ask why they hate Brett Kulak.
I came up with a business idea the other day, kind of related to that.
Okay.
Okay, so when I go to beer league hockey, all the guys on my team are always like every game, 2 or 3 guys like, fuck, I haven't got my skate sharpened in so long, but you always forget. I didn't get my skate sharpened for like 6 months. Mobile skate sharpening, where you just pull up to beer league games and be like, hey guys, I can sharpen your skates in 10 minutes.
You guys need to embrace the machines that are at the small town rinks, you know?
They
do a horrible job.
But
Oh,
anyways,
the big white machine?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They do a horrible job,
Like,
but
how
they will
much does
give
it
you
cost?
Choose the
some
boot
edge.
up, eh?
how much does it cost to get like the NHL teams have just like a little thing on wheels that's a skate sharpener and have that?
You can buy these home skate sharpeners. Strutty has one, swears
Okay.
by it. And so, yeah, you could just wheel up, charge $5, $6, $7.
And be like, guys, I'll get them done in 10 minutes.
I know,
Every beer
I
league
would do
team-
it.
Yeah, I would too. I would never go to like a spot again, like a sport rig or whatever, to sharpen my skates. And I guarantee
You just have
went
to spend every night in a beer league ring.
Smelling
That's your
skates.
life.
And you don't
for,
get
like,
home until
But only
way
for what?
late.
Games go till 11.
Your wife is
I know, but I'm
lonely.
just saying you don't have to do this every night, but like you pick.
You do if you want that money.
I
Your neighbor
suppose-
across the street starts to wheel your wife because you're always at the rink.
Well,
Yeah.
even for like this would work, I think, for like minor hockey, like little kids. Like you pull up to a Terwilliger with 4 rinks going, and you just chill there for 3 hours. I bet you'd make easily $500-$600.
Oh, you know, at the youth level with the psycho parents, they got to go to their boy at one of the, professional shops. They're not going to trust your amateur hour skate sharpenings. Where a beer league guy who doesn't give a shit, and you're like, holy cow, maybe you can charge more.
Yeah,
Stupid
$10,
tax.
10,
20,
15,
go
yeah.
for it.
I'm
When I
just
do
saying.
20 in a pinch, I have an edge right now that if I don't get taken care of soon, I might kill myself. Like I might, like it's dangerous. Like anytime I put weight on it, it is whoop. So needless to say, I'm not taking any hard cuts right now.
Yeah.
So I really got to go get it sharpened. So if I went to the rink and someone said $20, I'll take care of that right now. I'd probably say yes.
Some dude just came, knocked on your dressing room door, was like, "Who needs skate sharpened? $20 a pop." It would crush. I'm
And
telling
then
you.
he's out in the parking lot
Well, define
sniffing them all.
I got into this for the smell.
Yeah.
I love skate. Just for the smell of it.
The guy, when I went into a shop to get mine sharpened the other day, he was like, "Hey man, your steels are getting a little low." I was like, "Dude, I play beer league. It literally doesn't matter. I don't give a fuck." about my
So I
steels."
had to get a new steel because I got a blade broken and I got the step steel. You know, if you got the step blades. They are like
Oh no.
this tall and they're not rockered.
Ooh. So they're like flat edges?
Oh, buddy. It was
just straight. Yeah.
that was the biggest adjustment of life. Now, if I put rocker skates on, I will fall and break my neck.
This all came off of, boy, the Oilers game was boring.
Yep.
Well,
We damn near got to it.
well, it was so boring that we had
I
to change
agree.
the subject.
The most exciting thing about the
connected
game.
to Brett Kulak because he is having some epic falls that are leading to some very high danger scoring.
But he's the only Oilers defenseman
Still.
who has not been on the ice for a 5-on-5 goal against this year.
I know.
I won't say I'm worried about the Oilers start, but I'm not worried.
I called them Dave Tippett-esque a week ago, and you all said I was being unreasonable.
You were being unreasonable a week ago.
We're still figuring it out. Good thing is Jack is playing good.
Yep.
And that's
He was great
important.
on Saturday.
Our defense was good on Saturday. Our offense didn't show up. St. Louis smothered us, and we couldn't create anything of note, but we didn't really have any gusto. Matinee games, man. Especially at home. Matinee on the road, I think we're okay.
When Reed Wilkins tweeted that stat of the Oilers matinees, how many Saturday and Sunday afternoons have you had just smothered?
And we play so many at-home matinees this year. It's gross.
Smothered.
Smothers Brothers.
Yeah.
They play like the Blues play like the Wild did when Jacques Lemaire was the coach. It's very boring. There's nothing going on. They sit back.
But they have offense, but they obviously but we did a good job defending. Like that's a team that's won a Stanley Cup in the last couple of years.
So I thought the Oilers actually matched up pretty well against them.
Yeah, we just we didn't have the step that we normally had.
Lost the special teams battle. That was the difference.
It was a very small battle too because we only had one power play and so did they.
Only one each side. Blues took care of theirs. Oilers did not. In fact, the Oilers were terrible.
Oh, it was so bad.
Yeah.
We
I
couldn't
miss
make a
Chris Russell.
pass. Nope. Couldn't make a pass.
Well, I think I don't know, just they look so much for that cross ice pass to Leon, and everybody knows it's coming. They need a couple of different pitches.
Well, you need another option to throw that off.
Because what happened to Nude shooting from the other side?
They
from
loved that
3
for a
years
bit.
ago.
Yeah. And he would either shoot, or if they took away the lane, he'd do the little blind back pass.
Yeah.
And he doesn't do it from that spot as much anymore. He does it more on zone entries. But yeah, I think that would be a great way to just start mixing in some other looks, or pull Draisaitl off that side of the ice for the next 3 games. Like, I get that he scores there so much, but like, you need to mix in some different looks there on a more consistent basis.
They put Svechnikov, Carolina, he's left-handed on the left side.
Yeah.
Which I thought was wild.
They have Natchez on the other side, who's also not if you flipped them, they'd both be on their one-time side, and neither of them are, I think, from watching that game. Yeah, I don't know. It was really frustrating on Saturday. The Oilers play 7 more times on a Saturday before 2:00.
Isn't that
terrible?
This is the worst schedule.
Is this
in
so that they
history.
can get Connor onto American TV?
Ding, ding, ding.
And I'm fine. I'm all
like
about promoting him, but it should be. It shouldn't just be 2:00 matinees in Edmonton. It should be the Wednesday 6 p.m. TNT game. It should be
all the big
Hockey
guns.
night in Canada at
Shoot out
5
the
p.m.
lights.
They do.
Place will be
have
rocking because it's Saturday afternoon.
They have 3 more games as well at 5:00 on Saturdays. So
that's fine.
And if you count the one from the other day, 11 of their 82 games. Quick your M-check math. That's like 10-15% of their games. Maybe.
Your eye almost popped out.
Yeah.
You're trying to compute that.
Squeezing
I think
it.
I got pretty close.
You're more or less correct.
It's going to be a different game, though, against the Penguins.
I think this is going to be like a
I'm betting
shootout.
the
13
over.
points.
Yeah, I would hammer the over. This is going to be like a 6-5er, man. Like it's always, isn't it? Aren't we? Except for when we play in Pittsburgh, isn't it always like a high scoring affair here?
It's been pretty even over the last couple of years based on Gregor's game notes from this morning. 6-2-1, or the Oilers are 3-3-3 in their last 9.
Yes, but you only won 3 of 9.
You get Prince William vibes off Sidney Crosby, or is that just me? He's always given me Prince William vibes as long as he's been.
He looks like Prince William.
Yeah, and just has like an awkward way about him where you're like, oh, he knows he's king. If you looked at a photo with him smiling, he's got the big front teeth.
Yeah.
He's got the awkward demeanor of a guy who's never been left alone.
Did you?
Okay, fine.
This is just you were
One
talking
time I
about-
said it on Twitter and one person agreed. So I don't know about that sample size.
Did you see the Mark Spector piece today in Sportsnet?
Yeah.
No,
About
I
how
don't
Connor's finally coming around to being a leader. Fuck you.
only
No,
read
it
one
was about how
website.
he's warming up to
Being a spokesperson.
Yeah, being a spokesperson for the game. I actually thought it was a really good piece and like offered some interesting insight into McDavid and how he viewed the media and things like that, and how he's kind of starting to, like Spector said, understand that like, hey, like it's no fun if I come in dreading your questions and you dread having to ask them to me because you know I'm not going to give you anything. Like,
Speckers, if only you respected NHL players for 1 second of the day, it'd be going easier. I feel like you're just so confrontational with everybody.
I feel like McDavid for a long time was very like, I'm not saying
He's been
shit.
doing press since he was 9 years old.
I know, and that was part of it. He had to get through that.
The
now that
Oilers
he's a man.
media row is so hostile when the players come out, your Ramchuk. Surely, though, you're the king of the media. You must agree at some level. The whole "we are pissy," that type of gauntlet you have to run. Pugliarvi being asked if this is the time. Remember that?
Yeah.
When I think it was Jim told Miko that no one wants him here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Fan base hates you, and Miko's like, fuck, I could go for Taco Bell right now.
Who would want to come out here? If only I
You don't need to
had
hurt my feelings to want Taco Bell.
Yeah, cheesy gordita crunch for everybody.
Yeah.
When you look at other teams, how they market themselves and the interactions between the players and the fans and the team and the media and the players and the whole, it is remarkably hostile up here.
Yeah. But
Needlessly.
there's a lot of non-hostile interactions. You just have to pay $7.99 a month for it.
I'll pay any amount.
Oilers Plus joke.
I would pay any amount for non-hot.
It's $9.99 a month?
Yeah.
Did you see when Leon was talking to Elliot Friedman when he was like smiling and having a good time, how much more like open he was?
Yeah, but they were like in Paris in the middle of August. I'd be in a good mood then, too.
I don't know. You going with Leon to Paris in the middle of August? Like, Leon and I just need to get away. No?
It's a good idea.
Oh, hanging. Yeah, I bet you Paris Leon is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Probably
Oh,
the
he's
whole
full
vibe.
of bread and wine. Come on.
It's probably like Fremont Jay.
Do you know that I text you guys? My cousin just signed on to be the Fremont cover band for like the next year.
I can't wait.
So we're going to go see him.
Like in the Archway area, they're playing in there?
Yeah, like the band that's on Fremont Street. It's a rotation of bands, but his band is going to be one of the cover bands.
What do they play?
Whatever you want.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe. I can't wait. Well, speaking of Vegas, our good friends at AMA Travel, our experience partner for all of our nation vacations this year. Check them out for all your travel needs. The ones that make these nation vacations possible. We have one spot left on the nation vacation. I haven't checked. One became available. I haven't checked actually if it's gone, but I still think it's
nothing
there.
sold in the last little bit.
Okay. So we got one spot left on the nation vacation. I can assure you, Fremont Street Freakouts, live cover band, Baggedmilk's cousin. will be
Baggedmilk cousin
performing.
reunion. What would you ask your cousin to play? If you had, of course you get priority.
Blink.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to make him play some Blink for sure.
And you'll give them $200 because that's how Blink
No,
fans
no,
roll.
no,
They'll pay any amount to hear Blink, apparently.
I was actually looking at my tickets again. They're up 35% since I bought them.
These aren't a stock.
Wow, that's crazy.
This isn't an NFT.
That's better than the
Arkells
market,
tickets
man.
with the
Yeah, no shit. Go all in on tickets to Blink.
Your Remcheck also promised that whoever takes the last spot on the nation vacation, he will take on a date to Taco Bell Cantina.
And they will room together.
Potentially. I was trying to convince my brother-in-law to
Maybe.
buy it, actually, but no dice.
Room with your Remcheck. This is how you sell your Arkells tickets, too.
You get to stay at my house
For
while I'm
one
in Calgary.
night.
You also have to house sit for me. You get the
Exactly.
Arkells tickets.
Well, yeah.
It's an experience, like an Airbnb.
Yeah, bring a burrito, flood your basement.
How much would someone have to pay to stay in your house while you're not there?
Oh, my God.
There's a number.
There
can't
is.
be
Yeah, there's a number
Like,
for
come on.
everything.
Can't be that much. People Airbnb their house for like 150, 200
All
the
your
time.
stuff, though. And they get to
I
sleep
know,
in your bed.
But I'd be nervous about a podcast listener getting in there and like going through all my shit and having
Streaming.
Yeah.
What are they going to find?
I don't know.
Dylan Holloway isn't the prospect he's leading us to believe. Eh? Holloway equals bad. You have written down a piece of
Like
paper.
a big whiteboard.
Yeah. He got in there. He saw my secrets. $500?
Yeah, 500
Interesting.
would probably do it.
Oh, it's an expensive stay, but sure.
How much
can
would you
split
pay to
those.
sleep in your Mcheck's bed? $600?
I've slept in your Chuck's bed.
Wow.
Wink.
I'll never forget our night in Los Angeles.
Tension.
We were sending his girlfriend Snapchats at like 3 in the morning from his bed.
Okay. All
To be
right.
fair, that would have been 4 a.m. Mountain, so pretty much the next morning.
Yep.
Not that bad.
Amber really is part of these trips, eh?
Yeah, she
Whether
puts up
she's
with
there
a
or
lot.
She puts up with a lot, yeah.
And she would love to put up with a lot in this Calgary trip, too, if I can sell these goddamn Arkells tickets.
Well, hustle your buns.
I'm trying. That's why I keep bringing them up every 8 minutes.
Put them on Kijij.
You know who else is in a crisis right now? And I'm going to bring it back to hockey because I think it's so funny. Are Canucks fans.
Oh,
Like,
Oh my God.
I threw on DFO, like, hey, the Canucks suck. And everybody went wild. And I was like, okay. And I put another one up. Like, they are in full decade of darkness, emotional crisis.
there's
mode.
some trauma there.
They're
They are
accusing everybody.
triggered.
Or Bo Besser or whatever is like accusing the fans of being shit. Like
Oh.
he said, his jersey was thrown on the ice. He'll never forget it as long as he's
Oh yeah,
alive.
Bo Horvat. Yeah. Oh
Sorry.
yeah.
Sorry,
He's
Bo
traumatized,
Horvat.
and he's
Yeah.
like, I don't think we could, like. It feels like we can never win again.
Exactly. Yeah.
They had four.
Sorry,
they had
Horvat.
4 jerseys hit the ice the other night.
We invented that
Like,
shit.
it's the second
Scrivens.
week of the season.
This is unbelievable.
It's like they sent Niels Holglander down.
Yep.
Like they are doing anything they can. JT
There's-
Miller's like, why did I sign?
There's talk
amazing.
of whether JT Miller's contract is tradable at this point. He literally just signed it. The extension kicks in next year. Bruce there
But he's
was.
good. Bruce there was.
You know?
It's gone.
You're going to fire the coach?
Well, he looks like deer in the headlights when they show him on TV. Oh, man. He doesn't look like a guy with any answers. Yeah, Bo Horvat.
You know what? The thing is, like, likelihood here is probably going to suck for another week, and then they're going to come out and just be like a hot pistol. I don't
Yeah.
see it, but this is how these things work.
I'm
They're
having
not
a good time
that
talking
bad.
about. No, they're not. And I'm having a good time busting Quad's balls about it a little bit.
good.
Because,
Because he deserves it.
yeah, we've been
We
there.
want all these other sites to be on fire. We want the teams to be in free fall because that, believe it or not, as people who've seen analytics for a long time now, it's not when your team is awesome your site does well. It's when your team is in free fall.
It is interesting how the worse the team is, the better the traffic can be. But misery loves company.
They do.
You just want to hang out and yell about it somewhere.
This is why people like make all their headlines on YouTube look very alarming. It's because people
course.
click when it's like crisis.
It's just basically any news network ever.
You ever see that guy on YouTube, Rob Talks Hockey? You ever look into him?
Yes.
Have you ever gotten in touch with him or anything?
I've reached out to him multiple times.
Nothing, eh?
Nothing.
Like the hockey guy. They just don't even answer.
Yeah, they don't. They have their own world. They've set up their own kingdom, and they don't want to play around with anyone else.
They do a great job at Rob Talks Hockey.
Yeah.
He really does. Like he presents the story with the alarming headline, and like I watch them. They're very good. 20-minute shows.
He's in Alberta too.
What the?
I know, it's driving me nuts. Like Rob Talks Hockey. If you listen, or if anyone knows of him and you think it would be fun to work together, we'd love to talk to you.
You got to work with other people, man. You can't just exist on an island. Look at BTS. They all work together.
No,
Isn't
they're gonna be
BTS
working
taking
together. They're
a
gonna be working
hiatus?
together. No,
Yeah.
they're going to the military.
Yeah, I can't believe the Oilers fans aren't more upset about this.
JT Miller has a quote from this morning about the jersey toss that I find interesting. I don't have a thought after the game, and I still don't have one now. If fans want to throw their shit on the ice, that's up to them. I'm not worried about if people want to come to the game, pay all that money, and throw their jerseys on the ice. Go ahead. I got a job to do.
They should give those jerseys to kids.
Oh, they probably do.
I think they probably burn them.
So you think they wear them?
Cursed.
What, you think the arena staff wear them around?
That's what I do.
Yeah, like next game, Bo Horvat's wearing that jersey that fell on the ice just to keep costs low.
Imagine that.
Aquilini's like shit.
You
times and stuff.
insist, you take the jersey, insist on wearing it next game with your name stitched
Sounds
on
like
the
a
back.
Eugene Melnick move.
I wonder if they don't fire Bruce right away there.
Bruce, there he went.
Bruce, there he goes.
It's a shame.
Bold predictions from Frank Saravalli at dailyfaceoff.com before the season has Bruce being the first coach fired.
Wow.
Who do they bring in now? I mean, this is going to have to be a page 1 rewrite.
Rick Tocchet.
Mike Keenan.
He coaches the Italian
Yes.
team
Yeah, he's got no
in the
time.
run-up. How hard is Mike Keenan trying coaching the Italian national team in the run-up to the 2020?
He is that is just like he's on a vacation. Like that is just like a pensioner's dream.
Like, does he have a clipboard that's just blank and he just carries it around? He's like,
Shoot the
hey,
puck in the net."
I got my notes here, guys. We're fucked.
Yeah.
That's a good one. How do you mentally wrap your head around like, all right, at one point I was coaching for the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
And now I coach for the Div 3 IHF
Yeah.
tournament.
He's
that
just
we're
got a
going to.
stack of menus. And
It's a lifestyle play.
Because he
Jacket
coached a
pocket.
team in China when the KHL expanded into China,
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
right? And that probably was a check.
Yeah. You know, there's still a handful of local guys on that team, even though the government was like, don't go there.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, one of them, I went to school with one of them.
The Kunlun Red Star. Wasn't Wayne Gretzky one of their ambassadors?
Yeah.
That's a check.
Yeah, speaking of checks in foreign countries, we were talking about Dubai earlier. How many?
Yeah,
do we
you
got
nailed
here?
it.
No, Reinhardt retired.
Oh, there's
right?
Edmonton. Parker
Reinhardt's
Fu.
there?
Yeah, he is there. Yeah.
Oh, Griffin.
No, he was. He retired, I think.
Matteo
Gennaro, who's Fernando Pisani's
Secret son?
nephew.
Oh.
I went to school with him. Parker Fu, Spencer Fu, they're both there.
The brothers?
Yeah, I think they're both there.
Remember when we wanted Spencer Fu for a hot minute there?
Jetwoo.
Nope. Jet Wu is the Canucks prospect. Spencer Fu is
Oh
the guy
yeah,
we
he was the
wanted.
Flames prospect.
Yeah.
Or-
Yeah,
yeah.
Remember we were trying to do the nation campaign and like
That's right.
photoshopping him into stuff. Just
That's
didn't work out.
right. He's
Did it
playing.
work?
He's
Yep.
playing the KHL.
Yeah, he was.
Jeez.
Is he not there anymore?
Your M-Check, speaking of where the hell do people
Jason
go?
Fran played at the U of A as well. Sorry, that's all.
How is Chris Russell just like, that's the end of his career?
I don't
blows
get it.
my mind, man.
Someone should sign him.
We miss Chris Russell on the team this year, I think.
I would argue that he would be better than Ryan Murray is
Ryan
right
Murray's
now.
been really.
Even though Chris Russell wouldn't be nearly as tan.
Has anyone noticed?
that?
You are obsessed with that tan.
But you know what I'm obsessed. I am reverse Gregor in the sense of I'm obsessed with the size of his stick, but not for its length, for its shortness. He's like Phil Housley levels of short stick. That screams I am not a defender. Maybe we should go anti-Pugliarvi and lengthen his stick.
If Reed Schaefer is scoring like this,
Emergency call up.
I
It is
think
an emergency.
probably he's going to need to come up here and do that up here.
His Mike Comrie moment.
How big's his
actually-
tweet?
Remember when he was leading the dub in a shortened season and he came in here and just lit the world on fire?
Can he only come up though in an emergency? Because Comrie signed in junior to come play.
Yeah.
That would
Schaefer's
be the,
already signed and been sent down.
That was so
that would be the
exciting.
bring him
Sebastian
back.
Basalia on emergency recall.
Like we would have to be like
There'd be a
playing
world of trouble
in
first.
Seattle, and we are 3 guys short, and Reed has to come play. A game.
Ryan Murray, we're going to need to take a bullet for the team. Literally, we're going to have to shoot you with a bullet. It is rubber.
Woodcroft's just
It may be lethal.
7
him in the
games
knee.
played, 10 goals for Reed
Yeah,
Schaefer
man.
already.
He is
just
lighted
as
up
many
on
as
fire.
Connor Bedard.
Yeah. The other Connor?
Who?
Young
It's
Connor?
Reed's league now, buddy.
New Connor.
Could the Oilers trade Reed Schaefer for the first overall pick in this upcoming draft? We'll have more.
How about in the first 10 games, Connor Bedard had 140 shots on net?
Is that true?
Yes.
He was averaging 14 shots per game.
Yes.
Is that your M-Check? Get on your computer and bing this.
That is outrageous.
One sec. I'm going to go count them game by game.
This.
Yeah. Ask Jeeves if this is true. Your computer explodes.
It's insane, bro.
Connor Bedard, when he talks, has a look in his eye. Don't you think?
Hang on, I'm like hostessing.
Have you seen the look?
Or maybe it was 140 shot attempts, but it's still, add that up, bro. Add
Through
it.
12
add it.
games, he has 76 shots on
Okay. So, sorry. Sorry, in 10 games, it was, I read the tweet.
I'd buy 140
It
shots.
was 140 shot attempts, and I have to go find it. And so many hit.
I can't find
Anyways,
any of the
it's
details on
insane.
Lycos.
Wow, you actually did go to Lycos. I'm amazed anything's coming up when you typed in Lycos.
I was stunned that there's actually a search engine.
Right now, there's a guy who's like, "It's happening." And he's looking at the Google Analytics, and there's one guy.
Put it in a search, and he's just got a bunch of filing cabinets behind. He's got to pull like
Hang
a.
on. The Dewey Decimals.
The Dewey
140 shot attempts. That's
He
from
just
the
Googled
NHL.
it?
Yeah, there you see. Duh.
When you look at something on Lycos, they just Google your
Spits it
search
back
and then
at you.
show you the Google result.
Screenshot of Google.
Lycos.
It's the personal touch.
Yeah.
Real nice.
140 shot attempts and what? How many hit the net or something?
70.
Yeah, see, whatever.
Maybe he's got to hit the net more. Reed Schaefer would just fucking put those pucks on net.
Damn right he would. He looked good too.
Amen.
I laughed so hard when I posted my own joke about how Global had a special on ginger beef. And the first thought, it's like, coming up on Global, a special on ginger beef. And it was about like how ginger beef cuisine took over Western Canada because Caucasians enjoyed it. Right?
delicious.
But my mind was like, oh, Reed Schaefer. That nickname is going to stick.
Oh, guaranteed.
Hundy.
It is going to
Hundy P.
stick all the way through because it
one
is
of the-
so funny.
Best nicknames in quite some time.
Because ginger beef is delicious and sticky.
When it hit, that's when he took off. Mm-hmm. I think we unlocked something when we gave him the title of ginger beef.
He's
Yeah.
playing for something more
We're
than
his
himself.
muse.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I know for a fact, he thinks it's funny that we call him ginger beef. I was told this in the
that's good.
DMs.
By whomst?
Somebody who knows him,
Source?
M. Schaefer.
went to middle school and high school with him, still knows him today.
Middle school.
That's what he
Well,
said.
yeah, high school would have been like 8 days ago for him. So
Says he's a certified beauty
Yeah.
and thinks it's funny that we call him ginger beef.
this guy thinks it's funny, or Reed does.
Reed Schaefer told this guy directly, I think it's funny that they call me ginger beef.
Okay.
Why'd you say it in that weird voice?
Yeah.
Cool.
No. Why are you talking like you got something in your mouth? What is it? A bitter take? Yeah,
That's
ginger beef.
Fettuccine Alfredo.
You don't think
they
he
had on
likes
the
it,
way
your
there.
Amtrak, or you think you got a
cheese
better
today.
nickname? What's the problem with ginger beef?
I like the nickname.
Why do you keep talking all weird and
I don't
squinty
know. I
eyed?
feel like I'm being painted into a corner with something here.
Wow. So you need to see a little enthusiasm. Enthusiasm is the engine of the human
Maybe
experience.
Ginger Beef can sell your Arkells tickets.
Hey, Reed, if you're in town and you want to go to Arkells, I'll give them to you because I like you. $2.25. I'll drop it from $2.50 for
better
Reed
give
Schaefer.
Reed
Well,
Schaefer
you're
a
going
better
to give
deal.
everyone the Ginger Beef
No,
discount.
no.
Well, you just can't
You
throw
know
that
what?
out there.
If it was a listener of this podcast, I'd do $2.25.
There you go. Now
let
you're
me-
talking. Now
me
what
just
are you
make-
searching? God,
I'm all over.
you
the
do
place.
everything but this podcast while we're on this podcast.
I do. I flip through Instagram. I do all that stuff. Oh, yeah. Okay. Sure. I would do it. $2.25.
What?
I believe in you.
But
I believe in the listeners of this podcast to buy your Arkells tickets.
Yeah, let's have a real life watch party inside the crumbling Estadio Saddle Dome.
I'll even
It's
give
not
you
looking good
I'll
in
even
the
give you
Saddle
a pull
Dome.
off my wine skin.
I am shocked that Josh Getzoff, the play-by-play voice for the Penguins, thinks that's one of his favorite arenas to call games in.
because he likes the vantage point. We had the
But is-
play-by-play voice of the
Have you ever been
Penguins.
up there down there?
Like
No,
if
I
he's
haven't.
not clipped in, he's like he's dying.
People were commenting on Oilers Nation every day. They're like, wear a hard hat.
If they started tomorrow on a new Saddle Dome, it's 5 years out. Like they have, I bet you it's 8 years until they have a new stadium. Like it is going to get dire.
Long.
Yeah.
It's in
Well, like
such
it's
bad
already
shape,
dire,
man.
which is
I
the
know.
fucked up part.
And they have so
They
many
had to
more
put
years.
netting up because the roof is
They're
falling.
gonna have to play in Airdrie.
The Max Bell.
Well, and now they got their AHL team playing out of there too, and it's like, okay, your arena wasn't even good enough for one professional team. Now you're mixing in the second.
It's barely AHL quality.
I bet you if you ranked American League rinks, it would be close to the bottom.
Wow.
I loved so much when Ryan Pike came up here for the Battle of Alberta and he was in the visiting dressing room that is significantly nicer than the home dressing room at the Saddle Dome.
Murray Edwards
not even
doesn't
close.
care. He doesn't care.
He wants his $40 million from the city.
He doesn't care.
Well, that 40 million is probably like,
You mean
what,
Sir
60 these days?
Murray Edwards?
Sir, how much is that arena now versus what it would have
Oh,
been
yeah.
too? It's probably like what was the Oilers arena? 400.
4 or 5, yeah.
There's probably 650 now. I'm not even kidding.
Easily, yeah.
Construction
Wild.
prices went up by 45%.
How long did it take from the time shovels were in the
It
ground?
honestly, it
4 or
was
5
under
years?
3 years. No, it was quick. It was like almost 2 years.
But buying up the land and stuff. Like
Oh, yeah, the whole
yeah,
process.
yeah.
But they already have the land. Like they've got. Don't they have everything locked up?
Isn't it just down by like where the Stampede is supposedly? Like it's going
Yeah.
to kind of be on the same shit, isn't it?
I think so.
I think that they're fighting over the arena costs, not new land acquisition costs.
Well,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
ain't
no,
getting-
no.
they ain't
It's
getting
yeah,
cheaper.
it's they want the city to pay for the sidewalks and stuff like that, or something like that. I don't know. There's,
It's like that petty.
but it's like $40 million, which
They just gave to Huberto.
yeah, actually, that's a good point in all
Hey,
this.
would you rather have a Huberto or an arena? Huh?
Remember when I asked Gary Bettman about this? That was exciting.
yes,
That's a flex.
I know.
What did you say?
I said, Gary, your thoughts on the Calgary arena situation and the way that's kind of gone cold. And Gary goes, that's an important question. I was like, oh, thanks, Gary.
And then what?
Calgary's
And he
moving back
answered
to
it. And he just
What'd he
talked
say?
about,
Atlanta.
he talked about how, and it was definitely his spin on it was like, you know, the team could always look for other options. The city doesn't have
yeah.
other options of an NHL team.
sometimes you go to Seattle to watch a game there, and
It's how you put
Cause of
spin on it,
hoopla.
your M-check.
Oh,
It's
that's
all
what they
about
need
the
to do.
spin.
They need to take like Huberto and Nazem Kadri to Kansas City to watch a
Atlanta.
game or something like that.
Seattle got a
bring the
team.
Flames back to Atlanta.
Oh,
Let's start that motion line.
that would be amazing.
Well, Calgary, if you don't get on your shit,
Why don't we use our
So, like,
influence
we're-
on Flames Nation to plant that rumor and just
3-4 years, right? At least,
yeah.
bare minimum, before they get a new barn.
Yep.
Huberto's not going to stick around for this.
Saddle Dome is going to be in shambles
Yeah.
4 years from now.
Yeah. They've already redone Canadian Olympic Park since the Olympics, but the Saddle Dome hasn't had a coat of paint. That ski jump, which gets 4 people a year riding it, has been redone tip to toe, and the elevator replaced. They haven't replaced the elevator at the Saddle Dome.
I'll make sure to get my tetanus shot for next weekend. Make sure that's up to date.
Aren't there like seats missing in the 300 section where you're just sitting on concrete?
No.
At the Saddle Dome?
Are you sure you're MJ?
I know I've seen it.
I've seen it.
I've seen it.
Back in the day, hammered though. I can't
Yeah.
remember. I can't trust my memories from those days.
I can't trust any memories.
Man, when you
around
win
there.
that
There
game.
were seats missing though back in the day, wasn't there? Yeah. Your M check.
One of the first times we were there, I could touch the roof. It's the weirdest.
I like how they have like Jumbotron, like home TVs welded to the roof so you can see shit. And they're like, oh, those TVs are load bearing. We can't take them down.
It is amazing how high up you are in the press level.
It's a hike to get up there.
But like it's the hike, but like you are up there. Like they look like aunts.
Yeah.
Okay.
And McDavid's just a
Why
really
are you
fast
mocking
hand.
me so much today? You've been mocking my hand motion.
You have a dampening field around you today,
No,
Chuck, where we like go to hand
you were looking at me with a face.
Yeah, we give you a conversation with momentum, and you go,
Well, he was too busy searching or sending a tweet or
I have a lot to take care of today. It's very stressful.
very custodial today.
But do you have time to take care of yourself? Because that's the most important thing.
No, absolutely not. I ate a grilled cheese on my drive here.
But that's what you do
You
for
love
joy.
that.
That's your thing. You love
Yeah,
it.
that's your
Diet
joie de
Coke,
vivre.
that's
is
all
You
you-
had
I
a
had
fondue the other day on the way into work. You had all the different things going. It was amazing.
Fix the sunroof in the Nation truck.
Did it need to be fixed or was it operator error?
A little bit of both in a way.
Okay.
And also, I need you to teach me how to work the remote start. Also, what's the passcode on the door? There are certain things.
You also need to turn the neon underlights on if you really want to be a
I don't
boss.
think those exist.
They exist.
They
I've
did-
seen them.
I've seen them too.
They do exist.
If you want to drive the Nation truck and you don't want to Fast and Furious that thing, I suggest you give it back.
One, I think it might be illegal to have them on while you actually drive.
Whoa, Johnny Law.
Oh, jeez. This is the
Easy.
guy who has got no hands on the wheel and two hands on
You think
food
that
at all times
fondue
while
is
he's driving.
certified? Yeah.
Basically, just got a feed bag in front of him.
Jesus.
But no, I don't think you're allowed to have underlights on the road. I think that's like a legit thing.
Oh my God.
Anyways,
Says
Oh,
who, like the
Lycos
dark
ad?
sky.
is it? It
just says
turn
observatory.
those on?
Google is busy.
Yeah, we like Host. Are you allowed to have underlights in Edmonton? And it gave us back an ad for a burrito. So I don't think Lycos is working.
The question's never been asked. Therefore, there's no rule.
Your truck, turn those lights on and watch
Carry
the
me home.
chicks just line up.
Oh,
Every red light, all of a sudden, you're like, what's going on? Why
far
is
as bad
everybody
as
looking at me
that.
so happy? Why do I look so... Oh, it's the light. Go up and down Jasper Avenue, bumping jams with that light
Question.
on.
If you two are going to Calgary together, you taking the Nation Bronco or the Alpha?
I wouldn't mind zipping in the Alpha, but it's up to.
Yeah,
a question.
whatever. Alfa Romeo is so good.
I know. That's why I wanted to
But
bring
we'll
it up.
drive down at the top open, provided it's not freezing.
It was today was the first morning with frost.
Yeah.
Heated seats,
Which is why I wanted
heated
to know
steering
about the
wheel.
remote start.
You lousy rich. You don't even feel the outside temperature, do you?
No. I also learned how to work the car starter today, Tyler. Completely by accident, but I figured it out.
Jealous. I wish.
I was.
I think there's an app.
What night was it? I was trying to be sneaky coming home. Oh, yeah, Saturday night. So the only time I see Chalmers is at social engagement. It was his parents' 50th wedding anniversary.
Unbelievable.
We should have just brought the
LC,
podcast gear to that.
You went the
All
distance.
crashed it.
And I came home trying to be sneaky because Crawford's asleep. And so I have my car keys with me because they are my keys to the house. I did not drive because I had drinks. I'm trying to be sneaky, and I've slow because I open the door and it sets hot dog off, and then if hot dog goes off, it wakes up Crawford, and then we got a scenario. So I'm always trying to be sneaky to get in. Well, while I'm trying to be sneaky, I accidentally hit the alarm button on the Bronco. Oh my God. And then I was like frantic. So I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So I let it go off for like 7 beeps.
Oh, no.
So then I rush my entry into the house. Hot dog fires up.
Oh, no.
It was a whole thing.
Not quite so sneaky.
I'm glad to know that the security system works in the Bronco, though. It's nice to know if I push that button when called upon, it will act.
Chances are, your Amtrak, if you fumble with your keypad, you'll just turn on the underlight, which is completely silent.
I'm going to go look
Lycos
into
had
this.
no answers for me, by the way.
What did it just be like? We're not a search
What are
engine.
you talking about?
We're taking your questions and putting them through a terrible search engine called Lycos.
Yeah.
When did this become a thing?
It hasn't been a thing for nearly 20 years.
Yeah, I'm surprised there's still a website there.
Okay.
Google tried to sell the idea to Lycos once upon a time, Tyler.
And Lycos was like, we're pretty sure we got search locked up.
It's just like Blockbuster with Netflix.
And now Netflix is making a documentary style movie about the last Blockbuster.
It is so
That is
disrespectful.
so savage.
I think it'll be good, though.
That is
Well, of
just
course it'll
so
be good.
cold-blooded. Oh, I love
I
it.
think it'll be really funny. Before we wrap things up, got to remind everyone that the FIS Snowboard Big Air World Cup presented by Toyota is coming to Edmonton on December 10th. Tickets are already on sale at Ticketmaster.ca. Explore Edmonton. They bring big things like this to the city.
That's their job. Putting Edmonton on the map.
Explore Edmonton. I'm excited to see what other possible dates they could get set up for myself and Baggedmilk because we're going together to
Yes,
this.
we are. I'll pick you up in the Alpha.
Ooh, maybe an appetizer beforehand.
If you drive, I'll buy apps.
There you go. Sold.
Free cheese dip.
Matzo sticks at Arby's.
Oh, we should do Arby's before the FIS Snowboard Big Air World Cup presented by Toyota.
Wow. You know what? Right there is why I know you're a pro.
Because I could spit that out.
You crushed it. So check them out.
Yep.
I'm excited. It's going to be fun.
You know what a nice thing to do is before an event at Commonwealth, if you can get in and book a reservation, is going to Tony's.
Oh, that pizza's legit.
Yeah, because you can like park right there too, and then walk to Commonwealth. I did that for the Canada game against Costa Rica. It was a great idea.
I want to get one of the ones from Tony's where you have to order it like 2 days ahead of time.
Yeah,
There's a special pizza you have to order 2
yeah,
days
because they have to like slow cook it. It's like crazy
Yeah.
thick. It's called the Brooklyn or something.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't, who's got that kind of time?
2 days.
Yeah.
Who's planning 2 days out? Not in this economy.
Yeah.
I want
Remchuk
pizza
can't
now.
get his skate sharpened for 6 months. Keeps forgetting. So how the hell is he going to remember to call Tony's 2 days in advance?
Mm-hmm.
Which is why someone needs to invent a mobile skate sharpening business.
And a faster way to make that pizza.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the two could be one.
Or bring back those white machines that just chew your skates
Yeah,
up.
who cares?
You know?
They served a purpose for people in a pinch. Thing is, though, who's got change?
Nobody.
Because you had to hit the rinks just have change machines.
But now a lot of vending machines just have tap on them.
I know, but can the white box handle that kind of
We're gonna have to
technology?
upgrade the box. Gonna need to. It's
Can you get the
2022.
coin acceptor to take card?
I hope so. Otherwise,
Oh.
this is not gonna work.
How liberating now is that everything's tapped. Like I remember when we go to Iceland for Airwaves, like their payment system, they were like
10 years
everything was
ahead of
tapped.
us, man. Yeah.
10 years, it didn't matter. Like,
couldn't believe
you were
it.
in a venue and you wanted to get a beer, and it looked like it was just a beer tub. Boom, tap. We're just getting to that now. Like I was just like, this is why you come to Iceland, just for the ease of
Tim
commerce.
Hortons drive-through now, the one downtown on 109th, has like a tap machine on the drive-through window.
Oh,
So like, please pay now. Like, I wasn't prepared for this, and then you just reach out and beep.
Do it with your phone now, too. It's getting wild.
Wow.
who needs a wallet?
No,
I can
Wanye
just
has
stare at a
paper
pin pad
clip,
and pay.
I do run a paperclip, yes.
and I think it's very efficient.
I need a
that
new
now,
wallet.
too.
I'm running the old man wallet.
All
I
you
got the
need is a little
Costanza.
paperclip.
Costanza.
Yeah, I got the Costanza.
Yeah, I'm backing you up.
You got that?
Oh yeah. My other one.
So I'm talking
Look at
about-
this rig.
Oh dear.
Oh my god.
Hey.
You
Yeah,
must have like a
dude.
sciatic problem sitting on that.
Well, it's always front pocket, but yes.
Oh, well then you got pocket bulge issues.
The good news is that I've
You got the
never
whole John
this-
Hamm going
What's
over
the
there.
volume there? Mostly leather.
Yeah. This wallet has been with me to a bunch of countries, and I've never once lost it because of its bulk, and that's why I feel an attachment to it.
You need a chain wallet.
I could go back to that. I'd probably still have the chain if I look for it. Match it with a studded belt, Tyler. Now we're
Chain
talking.
gang.
Call me if you're still running your ATB student MasterCard with no points from 1999. They got me walking across quad, and they still got me now.
I'd like to buy one of those nice wallets that's got like you can track it with your phone and shit, but those are so expensive. They're like $200 for one of those Ridgeline wallets.
Isn't there
Just
also
put a
wallets with like a
AirTag on it.
Faraday cage around them so that people can't like walk past you and like
Yep.
airdrop your credit card number? Some fucked up shit they can
That's
do
what
now.
I got now. Yeah, I got one of those.
Really?
Yeah, my cards are in like this little thing that is like tamper-proof. or
Do our
whatever.
clips do that, Jay? I like to think they do. I like to think this shape right here
This thing right here.
repels
Well, this-
all
there,
attempts.
you'll-
Oh yeah, safe. See the
Clamp
click
it down,
The
safe.
click means it's safe. Yep.
How awful do I look in that new license photo?
It looks like you have a mustache.
I know.
What?
I went in because I
You're
had
no
to
longer
get,
16.
no. I hadn't gotten a new photo since I think one of my learners or my original driver's license. So I went in to go change my address and a bunch of stuff. And I think I told the story on the pod, but the lady working was like, "You might need a new license." And I was like, "Oh, why? Like my picture? Haha." She goes, "No, this license says you're 5'6", 120 pounds." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, that's definitely not me anymore." And then she's like, "We need a new photo if we're gonna get a new license."
Oh,
and
Now
I
you're
was
like
just like
6'2",
wearing a
120
hat,
pounds.
haven't shaved in like 2 weeks, and yeah. Yeah, now I'm 6'2", 120 pounds. All right.
well,
We gonna wrap this thing up?
I'd say it's went pretty well.
All right. Game day tonight. Crosby versus McDavid. Kinda
Prince William versus
buried the
McDavid?
lead on that one on this pod,
Prince
didn't we?
William versus Jeffrey Dahmer?
Prince William versus Jeffrey Dahmer already.
Oh no.
It isn't Jeffrey Dahmer that looks like Connor. It's the actor who plays
Yes,
Jeffrey
of
Dahmer.
course.
People who are
But he should
freaking
lean
out.
into that and go as that for Halloween. Like, why not?
Did
We've
you see
seen him
that
be
they're-
controversial at Halloween before. God knows.
Did you see that they're taking those costumes off the shelves as if the Jeffrey Dahmer is a hard look to put together?
Yeah. What? Just
Like eBay pulled the costume kit off their.
It's glasses
For
and
sale.
a wig and then like a
Yeah, it's not exactly the most difficult costume put together.
all right. Well, enjoy the game tonight. Everyone should be a good one. We'll
Let's
talk
go
on
Oilers.
Thursday.
I believe 6-5.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the Real Life Podcast. Don't want to miss any of our nonsense? Hit the subscribe button and give us a follow on Twitter and Instagram.